I've watched a lot of Tennessee Vols football this year, and the more that I watch, the less impressed I am. This is a gimmick offense, and that's literally all, in my opinion, that Tennessee has going for it. Defensively, they're absolutely horrible. They're losing to Purdue at halftime. They were up whatever it was, 21-7. Were they up, or 21-10, whatever it was? Purdue comes back in the second quarter, and Tennessee had a turnover. Hendon Ho, my ho, hi ho, Hendon Ho, we go. Hendon Ho turned the ball over there with like a minute to go till halftime, and Purdue went down there and scored. So they're up 23-21. I don't think this game is over. Tennessee clearly can win this game. Video not even really specifically about this game. Tennessee has become a one-trick pony gimmick team. Here's Tennessee's game plan. Try to run the ball, try to run hurry-up plays, right? The hurry-up offense. Let's run plays back-to-back as quick as we can. And hopefully, 3 or 4 times over the course of a game, we can snap the ball where the defense either isn't ready, they're out of position, whatever, and we can get lucky and hit a deep ball. That's it. That's Tennessee's entire game plan in a nutshell. And if you're watching the Purdue game, this is what they do. They hurry up and try to snap the ball. They try to catch Purdue sleeping. Hendon Ho's throwing the ball 40 yards every single time it leaves his hand. Underthrown, overthrown. There was a couple of touchdowns, would have been touchdowns, where Tennessee receiver was open because they caught Purdue napping. And Hendon Hooker made bad throws. He's made some good throws. I'm not trying to say he's terrible. I'm not trying to say he's terrible at all, but they can't really run the ball. Their defense is one of the worst in the SEC, absolutely horrendous. Their talent level is nowhere near anybody they play in the SEC, and they're like it's like when Georgia Tech runs the option. They're not very good. They don't have a whole lot of talent. But if you're not disciplined and know exactly what to do against the triple option, every once in a while they can burn you for a long run. That's how Georgia Tech was with the option. And this is what Josh Heupel and Tennessee has become now. And I'm not even, this really isn't even a trash talk video. I'm being dead serious. It looks very gimmicky. It looks very gimmicky. It looks like Tennessee lines up and goes, okay, we're not as good as this team. They have better players. What can we do to try to trick them and get a couple of cheap touchdowns? That's what it looks like Tennessee's entire offensive game plan is. And yeah, it works. And the worse team that Tennessee is playing, the more often it works, right? The more often you catch a defensive guy napping, the more often you catch the defense not ready to go when you get ready to snap the ball, the worse the team is. You play the better teams and they just run up and down the field on you. And they're disciplined enough on defense not to go to sleep, 4, 5, 6 times a game, allowing Tennessee to score these long garbage touchdowns that they like to score. And, I know Tennessee fans are back. Look, I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen Tennessee fans this excited, which I don't get it. You guys went 7-5, but okay. Lost to one of the worst Florida teams we've seen in a long time. But anyway, so you went 7-5. You're all excited about Josh Heupel. I guess I get it because you've just been so bad for so long. I honestly, I haven't seen Tennessee fans this excited since that time they held up a trophy for beating an unranked team at a racetrack in week 2. Remember this? Was it Virginia Tech, the racetrack, NCAA racetrack national champions? Life champions, racetrack champions, 5-star hearts. I haven't seen Tennessee fans this excited in a long time, and I'm having a hard time understanding it. I'm just going to be honest with you. Is Tennessee going to be a 2-10 team with Josh Heupel? No, but I don't see this gimmicky offense working to the level that some Tennessee fans seem to think it's going to be working at going forward. I don't see it. These offenses like Josh Heupel run, they don't become more successful against recurring opponents over time. In other words, if you're Tennessee, if they're going to trick people, the better half of the SEC, if they're going to trick the better half of the SEC, you trick them this past season, maybe next season. You play Alabama, Georgia, and Florida every single year. It's going to become a point where it's not that big of a deal to defend this gimmick. This is why Georgia owned Georgia Tech during the entire Paul Johnson experiment there, because we played them every year. So, they weren't sneaking up on Georgia with the triple option. Georgia knew how to defend it because they played it every year over and over and over again. And this is what's going to happen at Tennessee with this Josh Heupel gimmick offense. Oh, hurry up and snap the ball and maybe we can catch the other team sleeping. That shouldn't be a game plan. That shouldn't be the game plan. Every team runs a version of a hurry up, and clearly when you run the hurry up, part of what you're hoping to accomplish is to catch the defense off guard. But that's usually in addition to everything else you're doing offensively. That's Tennessee's only hope and only prayer. And watch the second half of this game. That's their only plan. Let's hurry up and snap it and throw it 50 yards downfield, and maybe the defender won't be there. I love Vol fans.